and doing a great job, and I saw the chamber being enthusiastic and being part of it at that time. I remember going to the third floor in West Coronado, and just because the manager is not here doesn't mean that there's not another businessman in downtown that wants to see something good for downtown. So I think that it would be erroneous to abandon any kind of fees at this point, maybe postpone it, so until we get an idea of what the best method.
I'd like to make that motion. I move that we postpone the fee collection until we get the advisory board formed. I want to appoint you, Mr. Lopez, to the advisory board.
I'm actually going to put that on the agenda for January 7th, so you can do the appointment to the advisory.
Is there a limit either to how few or how many can be in there, or is it just one for every council?
It's an advisory board, and you can pick the number of people that are on there, and 5 tends to be the...
5 is,
right.
Well, myself, I would like to see the 5 plus one member of the chamber of commerce.
You know, again, you keep projecting the chamber.
If you have an even number, then votes don't... The votes
No,
don't count when you have even
let
numbers.
them choose if they want the chamber involved. Okay, that's fine.
I think it's a real good idea to have a chamber involved.
Yeah, but you might have other people that are not.
Well, someone can be appointed from the chamber, one of the members of the chamber.
Let's let them decide. I don't want, all right, let the advisory
No, lo
committee.
que quiero decirles es que la señora Carlilla me puso a mí como chairperson de la Cámara para downtown, y yo, ella además me dio unas formas para que le diera a los comerciantes para que se registraran en la Cámara, ¿verdad? Y pues la gente no, yo le dije que pues no quieren saber nada de la Cámara, no sé, o sea, qué es la idea que tienen de la Cámara o qué hace la Cámara para los comerciantes. Pero Gigi, pues yo creo que se molestó y pues ya no vino a las juntas y pues no sé, en lugar de decirme, oye, ¿qué hacemos, verdad, para traer a los comerciantes a la Cámara? Pues ya no se hizo nada. Yo, la verdad, tengo a veces hasta miedo. Yo soy parte de la Cámara y tengo muchos años en la Cámara, estoy fuerte en la Cámara, pero la gente en downtown no quiere saber nada de la Cámara. Entonces, la verdad, pues no.
That's why we'll let you choose. Whatever the advisory board says, we'll choose it or not. If I may, let me move on just a little bit.
Okay.
Just to make it clear, Jennifer, the downtown bid advisory board to be chosen on the 7th, but it's not the same as the financial advisory board that I requested.
No. This is a
Two
different...
separate boards. One's for
Unless
the
you want
city-
it to be the same one,
No,
you
no,
don't have to
no,
do
no.
that. Okay. So we'll put this on to appoint an advisory board on the 7th.
And we'll postpone
The collection
the
of
collection, because the city doesn't make money on it anyway, right?
No. It can only be used for the specified purposes in here, and that's back to the downtown business.
But there is no money in that BID anyway. I mean, they did activities, but I know they had activities before.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
can you add to the motion that the city send invoices to all the merchant with the correct amount without the assessments on the zone?
Can we just
No, this is the way the license has the license fee and the assessment. All we have to do is delete the assessment and then all the fiscal.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But here's what I want to be clear on, because that generates a cost. Can't we just post it or send some other, in our water bill?
It's confusing.
You don't want people to overpay and then reimburse. That's going to be a mess.
So there is no money?
No, in fact, because the redevelopment agency has money allocated to the downtown for different projects, one of them is the First Street Promenade, where we have about $300,000. We've been tapping into that money to have the street fairs. So we spent $5,000 and we collected $900 for the booth. That means that the redevelopment agency, or actually the downtown promenade, is owed money from this. But I'm sure the merchants won't have a problem because it's a good event. But there is no money, and there won't be any money until we start collecting.
Okay, we'll generate the least amount of cost in forming the advisory board. The intent is for the downtown merchants to get together, not with staff time and sending, Brad and Waddle in there. It's the downtown merchants project. It's their project. They need to take ownership of it, and until they do, then they come to us for any other assistance.
Okay, one of the things I have to mention is that this morning we had a meeting and we planned 6 months worth of events. January 14th is the health fair in downtown Calexico. We try to have snowboards. The merchants can sell the products. At the same time, there'll be health providers providing services like blood pressure, diabetes checking, stuff like that. February, they're planning, Dia de la Amistad.
Who pays for all of it?
It's coming out of redevelopment, so if your direction is no more, there won't be any more events that redevelopment agency will
No,
fund.
hold on.
What is that?
No, I think the events is a good selling point. I think that's
I need
a
to
promotional point to
be clear
promote the
what the
BID.
direction is.
You could promote the BID through these events.
But understand that those downtown fairs create overtime. Okay?
From the city?
Yeah.
How many fairs are we looking at?
Public works, PD, fire, and all this stuff.
No,
Can that be compensated by this fund?
yes, but we
If
don't
you
have the
can't fund it,
budget.
that's money.
No, she has funds right now.
Oh, from the 300,000, can we
Oh,
tap into that?
Pues sí, cada vez.
No, from this
Pero
point,
está en la semana, está en su horario de trabajo.
let me, you know, my motion is, we're looking at cutting costs. And we're looking at merchants saying, well, we don't want to impose this bid on it. We can't have it both ways, that was my point. You can't have, well, we won't pay anything, but we need you to keep investing in the downtown. So my motion is to have the advisory board set up by us on January 7th, have them meet, have them decide if they want the chamber or not, have them put this project together. From this point on, redevelopment does not spend the money, overtime, or staffing levels. We don't do that anymore. That's my motion.
That's the only way we can do it. If we're helping.
Well, you can do it using those funds that are budgeted for, can't you?
We can, but then when they want a new restroom, there's not going to be any money for the new restroom. I mean, we've already ordered the restroom, so that's going to come in. But I know that we were talking about lighting for downtown.
But you're only talking about one project in February.
Yeah.
We're talking about forming the advisory committee.
Yes.
So they can give the recommendations, and maybe you're only gonna have to fund.
Can we allow RDA money to pay for that event through the $400,000 we have for downtown?
That's what she said, but then we won't have money enough for the bathrooms and the lights.
If we
No,
can,
they don't have to be one.
RDA can go ahead and expense another $5,000 for the event in February.
Yeah, they can do that.
Let's do this until March.
So let's move this.
After March, the bid needs to take over their downtown and their project.
There you go.
Okay?
So February, March.
I'm sorry, what was your motion?
My motion was to appoint the advisory board by January 7th, have the advisory board meet, decide if the council, if the chamber is going to be a part of the advisory board, have them take ownership of this project, and after March, RDA spends no more money in the downtown, it becomes a bid project. If they don't want the bid, then they don't want it. If they do, then the funds generated through the bid pay for any future plans downtown.
I'll second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. Last item, approval of voluntary time off for Municipal Employees Association employees. Approve the leave as attached.
So moved.
Have first and second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, meeting adjourned.